And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek. Today, we're going to be doing all sorts of funny and crazy and wacky things. We're going to be having parties for our friends, inviting them over and trying to kill them with bacon and beer. We are going to be going home and trying to feed ourselves nice vegetables, make ourselves healthy. We're going to be going to the office to make some money, but we'll get depressed. Sound crazy? It is. We're looking at Infarkt, which essentially is heart attack, from Czech board games. Sort of it says it's a party game, but I will list this as a Euro-style party game because it has more to it than most United States-type party games do. It's crazy, it's off the wall, but it's a lot of fun. Let's check it out. I'll show you how it's played. I'll see you on the other side. At the beginning of the game, everybody gets to pick a player board, which has a certain color, a face, and a name. So we have Tom, and we have Jane, who's yellow. We have Mikey, who's sort of orangish. We have Lucy, who is red. And we have, hey, Dan, which is blue. Each of these boards has 6 different ways that you could possibly die. Cancer, diabetes, depression, obesity, blood pressure, and cholesterol. When any of these gets all the way to 10, you're dead. Let's show you how a round's played. Okay, someone's randomly given the first player token marker, and the first thing you do every turn is everyone has to select an event card in turn order. Let's take a closer look. So, I could choose from health problems, a promotion, labor disputes, you have diabetes, health problems, all-inclusive vacation. And each of these, if they are black, is bad for you. They definitely go up on your board to death, towards death. If they're white, it says minus on them and they actually help you. So in turn order, you would each select these and do what it says. So in a case, maybe I was the first person, I would select all-inclusive vacation. And I put it to the side of my board. I never discard it. We always keep these for the end of the game. It's fun to read what you did in your life at the end. And we have, this makes my cholesterol go up 3, because hey, I'm in an all-inclusive vacation. I'm going to eat myself to death. My blood pressure goes down, but it's already 0, so it doesn't go any further because hey, it's fun to go on a vacation. My obesity goes up 3 because hey, how many times am I going to eat In-N-Out Burger while I'm out there? And my depression goes down 2, but I'm already at 0. So here I'm left right here. Now the rule states that at this point, this person passes the first token to the next person and they play the whole round like this. What's going to happen is everybody has 3 meeples of their color. At the same time, everyone's going to place 3 of them out on the board to different places. You have to play in a different place than any of your other meeples, meaning I can't put 2 people in the fitness center. I have to go in 3 completely different places. But there will be more other people in the same spot as you. So we basically count to 3, everybody puts up their meeples, and it might look something like this. Here we go. Now we have people. They're all over the place. There's no same color on the same 2. Let's go through all the different spots and show you how they affect you. Each person in turn order now takes all 3 of their guys one at a time, kind of activates them, pulls them back, and activates the spot. So we have gone to the office. And of course, in the office, we gain 3 money because, hey, we make money at work. But our depression goes up too because, hey, everyone gets sad when they have to go to work, right? So we do that on our board. So I'd take the 3 money, I'd put it here, and my depression would go up 2. So now I'm at depression of 2. And I'm going to the gym. I'm going to do some fitness here. I can do either spend $1 to reduce my obesity and my depression by 1, or I can spend $2 and reduce my obesity by 1 and my depression by 2 because I stay there a little longer. Let's do the first one. So here we go right there. So I take $1, I put it back in the bank, and I reduce my obesity by 1 and my depression by 1. And now let's go look at my third guy. I am at the pharmacy. And what I can do at the pharmacy is essentially I take 1 pharmacy card, but it costs me $2. It's pretty expensive. So I had $2 left from the office there. I'm going to put that back in the bank, and I'm going to draw one of these cards. This is a Statins card. Essentially, I can play this anytime I want, and it's going to reduce my cholesterol by 3. So I put it down here next to me. Now I could use this again now or anytime, and this would reduce my cholesterol by 3 because it has the heart symbol. And all the symbols go left to right here, left to right on the board. Or I could save it for later, and I think I'm going to save it for later for right now. So essentially that would be, everyone else would do what I did. They resolve all their spots in order, and then we could start over by taking event cards, and everybody in order would go and do their things. Let's show you some of these other places. We have the supermarket, where when you go here, you can choose one of 3 options. You can take a card for $1. You could take 2 cards for $2. Or you could take 3 cards for $2, pick 2 of them, put 1 of them back in the discard pile, but because you're going on a shopping frenzy, your blood pressure rises by 1. What do some of these cards do? Well, there's a few different types of cards. There's green cards, which are good, toasts with garlic, of course, right? There's bad cards with red, beer. And then there's some smoking tobacco type of things. And the tobaccos typically will make you less depressed, but hurt you in other ways. Same with beer, and the green cards are generally good. So those are the types of cards that you can get there. Let's talk about what you do with those cards. Well, one of the places you can go is home. And home, additionally, what you do first is you reduce your depression because it's fun to be home. Then, if you want to, you can do one of two things. You can serve yourself some food. Well, when you serve yourself some food, you're going to want to do some good things to yourself because, hey, you wouldn't serve yourself bad stuff on purpose. So what you can do is serve two things to yourself that are good. You can do anything, but of course you'd want to do good. And what you have to do is you have to use two different symbols. One's a food, one's a drink, and you always have to do one of each. You can never do two of the same. And what this does is essentially lowers everything. So this lowers your cholesterol by 1, your blood pressure by 1, your cancer by 2, and same for this, 2 and 1. It makes it better. Instead of doing that, you could hold a party. And what a party is you invite your neighbors. Anyone who's sitting to the left and the right of you will come to your party. They're forced to come. And you're going to give them some fun things, some bad things. You're going to give them, again, it has to be one food and one drink or a smoke. There's two cards, and they can't have the same symbol on them. So here we have two different symbols, and this is mainly going to hurt them. And so the people on your left and right, you feed them bacon and beer, and they're going to get worse, closer to dying, and that's what a fun party is for. Now, if somebody dies at a party, everybody has to contribute $1. If you can't contribute $1, your depression goes up because you're sad that you could not contribute to a funeral. If you were the one that threw the party and somebody died, your depression would go up by 2. Anybody else that's at the party, their depression would go up by 1. So if you throw a party, you end up killing somebody. Since you were at the party, your depression goes up 1. Since you threw the party, your depression goes up 2 more. So you use the parties to hurt people, but you don't necessarily want to kill them that way because then it hurts you as well. If I go to the flea market, first thing I can do is, you never buy anything, you're always trading at the flea market. First thing I can do is, if I don't like what's here, I can spend $1 and re-wipe and put new cards out. I can do it as many times as I want to spend the money for. When I'm happy, I can trade. If I trade only one card, I trade a card and I've made some money. I get a new card and I get $1. So if I were to trade one card, I could trade the grilled vegetables for liver pate. That was in my hand at the time. I switched it for the grilled vegetables because I want to make myself healthy next turn. If I traded 2 cards out, it's an even trade. I just traded them for nothing. If I trade 3, I lose $1. One of the things you can trade is the pills. So I could have traded gotten these strange white pills and put my statins back because maybe this is more useful to me now. That's what happens at the flea market. And the last spot here is the pharmacy. Essentially, you get a card for $2. They're kind of expensive, but you get certain things like chemotherapeutics, Dixoxin, and they just help you in different ways. At the end of a round, everyone looks at their board to see if anything has to be adjusted. As you can see, there's some levels when something gets high, something else might get high. For instance, if at the end of my round, I had my blood pressure up to 7. Well, since my blood pressure is 7, this means my cholesterol is also going to go up by 1 as an effect, and this goes up. Now, this is affected there. The chain reaction does not happen. It's always where it started at the end of the round, so this just stays there. But next round, since this is already here, this is going to go up as well. So as you see, once you go up and you get past 6 or 7, it's a close ride to death here. For instance, this one here, if I was already up 1, my cancer would increase by 1. So some things affect other things, some things affect the same thing. But you can see how you can really multiply into death here really fast. And when you get to 10 on any one thing, you're dead and out of the game. The last person standing is the winner. It's always fun at the end of the game to go through your events and see what happened in your life. Hey, I went on an all-inclusive vacation. Well, then I had health problems for all the crap I ate. Then my refrigerator broke, and then grandma died, and then I got in a traffic accident, and I just needed to go on a vacation. And it's fun to just read those things and have fun. I know it might seem grim to some, but this game is really satirical. It's really fun. It's really open. It's supposed to have a good time. It's not supposed to be serious, even though people are dying and they're getting bad things. The rules are written very funny in a comedic manner. For example, if you divorce, you have to lose half your cash. If you don't know how to round down half of an odd number in case of a divorce, you had evidently not been gone through a divorce yet. Ask someone that has. you know, obviously you're going to take more, round up. So it's just the way they wrote the rules, the way that the artwork is, the way that the things is, it's just a funny satirical game. There's also a built-in expansion which comes with a few different buildings. It says for the first one you can overcome the fitness center and family. You have two choices. You can spend $1 and you spend time with family and you get a family chip. Or you can spend $2 and get 2 family chips. When something bad happens to you in the future, you can trade in those family chips to keep them down. So for example, if your cholesterol is going to go up by 2, you can have it go down by 2 instead, or not go up by 2 in that case. So it basically allows you to get rid of bad things that happen to you because, hey, you invested time in your family and now they come around you, they rally around, they help you get better. Another one is the bar, where you pay $1 and you pick a friend. First of all, your cancer goes up because, hey, you're in a smoke-filled bar, it's secondhand smoke, but you get to pick a friend. That friend's cancer goes up 1, and they have to continue through the deck, the pile of the cards until they get a red one, and then they must consume it right away in the bar, and it hurts them even more. The next is the black market. Essentially, 4 new cards go on the side of the board, and if they go here, they can pick one of those new cards. The next one is the career. You cannot go to the career and the office in the same turn. You can only work on one or the other. But if you go to career, you're going to get $2. But your depression is going to go up by 2. Your cholesterol is going to go up by 2. But you get a career chip. For every career chip that you have, when you go to the office, you get $1 additional. And the last one is not even named. It's up for you to decide what this thing should be named. If you go here, you have 2 choices. You can lower your depression by 2, but your blood pressure goes up by 2. Or you can lower your depression by 3. Your blood pressure goes up by 2, but you spend $1. I'll leave it up to you to say what that $1 spent on. All right, well, there's Infarkt. If you play this with the right group, lighthearted, likes to have fun, doesn't take anything too seriously, you're going to have a lot of fun with this game. It is a Euro-style party game, so I probably wouldn't break this out with my family and play it because even though it's a party game, I would say for a board gamer, person that plays a lot of board games, this is still considered a light game. But for someone who doesn't ever play any games, this might be a little bit more thinking than a normal non-board gaming United States person would like, because there is still some thinking there. Granted, you're trying to figure out what to lower, what to raise, what cards should I put together, should I trade them? So it's good. It's a light game. The gamer is going to find this fun. The non-gamer might find it a little too hard if they're not used to playing games. But overall, it was just a blast. You go through all those event cards that happen during the game, and you read them all off at the end, and you get to see what happened in everybody's life. And then, of course, having that extra expansion there will add extra play time to it. You can mix it up as to which ones you add. So if you've got a group that's ready to have fun, I just love how they took a satirical method to this, where, yeah, they're talking about some things that are kind of morbid, and some people might have trouble with that theme, but the way it's presented, the way the rules are written, all funny, they make you laugh a lot of times as you read it. It's all light, comical type of drawing, artwork, so that even though it's about something that's pretty cruel, it's actually still pretty fun. So they did a good job delivering a fun experience, a fun party game, something that's very unique. I'll be keeping it because it is so unique. And I know that in the United States, you can either buy it off their website, they told me, or actually I think Fun Again has it. I think there's only 2 places around that you can get it in the United States. But if it looks like fun and a unique party game that you want to try, Infarkt from Czech Board Games. Hey, one more thing before you go. If you're about to drop a comment on this YouTube page for this video and you're expecting interaction or a personal response from me, I recommend the place to do that is at my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/thegameboygeek, because I don't get notified when YouTube videos get comments on the Dice Tower Network because I don't own the channel. So if you want to interact with me directly, I'll see you at my Facebook page.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at coolstuffinc.com.